Hello everyone, I hope you're fine. So we'll be doing derivative notations. We will be doing some few examples on how to differentiate your things. Ne? So I want you to remember this thing. I'm going to you know that if f of x is equal to a times x to the power of n, therefore the first derivative is what? N times a to the power of n times a x to the power of n minus 1, right? And then if again your y now it is equals to axn, therefore you are now it is y dy over dx. It is equals to n times ax to the power of n minus 1. And then at the same time, if again dx it is now in this form, then your dx is what? Of this one is equals to n times a to the x to the power of n minus 1. Just like I showed you, you see. So it is just the different notations how they can bring it, but it is the same thing. You can find f of x, and then if you're gonna differentiate it, you're gonna represent it as what? F, the first derivative. If you find y, you're gonna write it as dy over dx, and then if you find dx, you're gonna write it as what? You're gonna simply say equals to, but not including this. You're gonna show them using the dx notation. I'm gonna show you some few things. So number one, they can say determine the first derivative. Determine the first derivative. If you have what? F of x, it is equals to what? 5x 4 minus 3 x squared plus 2x squared minus x. Right? So now I know what I have my what linear thing. So now I can simply do what? F prime x it is equals to, now I'm gonna do my thing. So it's gonna be 20x 3 minus 6x plus 4x minus 1. See, 5 times 4 20, 4 minus 1 3, 3 times 2 6, 2 minus 1 1, 4 2 times 2 it is 4. But the reason I'm saying 1, it is this one is the same as what? 1x, you see. So that's how it is, guys. That's how it is. So now let's go to the second example. For f of x, so number 2, you can have f of x is equals to x squared minus 4 over what? X plus 2. You see. So now since this is a fraction and I must make this thing a linear thing, I must continue doing the things under what? F of x, right? So now I can see that in my numerator I have my what? Difference of 2 squares. So it will be what? X plus 2 x minus 2 over x plus 2. Then I know that this one will cancel, this one and this one will cancel. I'm going to be left what? X minus 2. So what does it mean? It means my first derivative will be equals to 1, because now this is what this is now a linear thing. So now let's check the two last questions, and then you'll know what to do, and then you're gonna continue. So now the third example, you can have f of x it is equals to what? Let me say x cubed minus 8 over x squared plus 2x plus 4. So you must solve your thing before putting that first derivative. So you know what the cube root of 8 is what? Is 2. So I have x, like something like this, x cubed minus 2 3. So I'm gonna consider this thing only, and I'm gonna put it where? In the bracket, because x is the cube root of 8 is 2, cube root of x is x, and then inside the bracket I'm gonna say the first term squared. Remember the difference of cubic what? The first term squared, it is what? X squared, and then you're gonna say this one times this one, but the sign will change. So it will be plus 2x, and then plus what? The last term squared, which is what? 4, then over what? X squared plus 2x plus 4. Then this one will what? Will cancel. I know that I'm left with what? X minus 2. Therefore my first derivative is equals to 1. You see, you must know how to kill your things. So now let's check the last example. All right, 5x to the power of 6 minus 4x plus 3 over what? Over x squared. So now I want to show something. Now you have many terms over one term. So if you have a situation like this one, you must separate the things. You must divide everything by the same denominator since you have only one denominator. So you're gonna have something like 5x to the power of 6 over x squared minus 4x over x squared plus 3 over x squared. That's how you do it, right? And then you're gonna do your maths. This x to the power of 6 minus 2, it is gonna be what? 5x for loss of exponents, you see. And then minus what? X will cancel x. I'm left with what? 4 over x, right? Because I'm gonna be left with 1x here, and then Lapape Zulu, there's nothing, and then what? Plus 3, but still over. So now for this one I can say 3 over x squared, but now I want to show something step by step, remember. So now I'll leave it at what? 5x 4, ne? But for this one it can be minus 4 times x minus 1, because it was the denominator. Now here Zulu, it will be what? X to the power of minus 1, and then plus what? 3 times x minus 2. You see, that's how it works. Then now since I have my straight thing, I can say therefore my first derivative, it is equals to what? 5 times 4, it is 20, so it will be 20 x 3 plus 4 x minus 2. Remember, a minus 4 and a minus 1 is a positive, and then we're gonna say minus what? 6 x to the power of what? Minus 3, because minus 2 minus 1, it is what? Because minus 2 minus 1, it is what? Minus 3. So these are the few examples that I wanted to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.